Students, what have we learned in today's class? Our first point is nutrition. Nutrition is necessary for all living organisms. Some life processes go on continuously in living organisms. Substances which are digested and assimilated for obtaining energy and for the growth of and health of our body are called foodstuffs. Whatever we eat, we drink, that is called a foodstuff. Without food, can we live? No, we cannot live without food. So in terms of food, nutrition goes into the body. Microorganisms, humans, animals, birds all require nutrition. Nutritions are classified into two types: nutrients and micronutrients. Macro means large, micro means very small. Always remember. So, with the help of the meaning of the word, it tells us that the nutritions which are needed for the body in large proportion are macro, and which are needed in small proportion are called as micronutrients. What all are those? The macronutrients are minerals and vitamins. And what are the micro? Carbohydrates, proteins and fats are required in large quantities. They are macronutrients. Minerals and vitamins are required in very small quantity. They are micronutrients. The next point comes as autotrophic plants. You can see a picture of a plant where sun is shown, flower, leaf, root, stem. Okay? Plant live with the help of sunlight, nitrogen and oxygen. It gives out oxygen, carbon dioxide is taken into their body. Also, water, minerals, these all are needed for the plants. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is present in the leaves of the plant. With the help of chlorophyll and sunlight, the process of photosynthesis is done. And with the help of photosynthesis, plants survive. That is their nutrition. That plants which live with the help of photosynthesis are called as autotrophic plant. They prepare their own food. That is why they are called as autotrophic plants. We'll go for the next point, that is transport system in plants. Now what does a word mean, transport? Transport means traveling from one place to another. We also in our body transport some products, some minerals, some vitamins. Yes or no? We drink water. First of all, we drink water. It enters into our mouth. Then it enters into the throat and goes to stomach. Once it is reached to the stomach, then it throughout goes to the body. Gets converted into gets converted into blood and so on. Same way, plants also transport in their body. Those are minerals, waters, so on. Where do they come from? They come from soil. Let's see how. Now, to transport minerals or water into the plant body, there are two objects present. One is xylem and one is phloem. The xylem transports minerals and water from the root to all aerial parts of the plant, and phloem transports the food, that is glucose. Work of xylem is providing minerals and water, and work of phloem is providing food, which is also called as glucose. This work is done from the leaves to the parts of the plants where it is either consumed or stored. So from where it is transferred? It is transferred from leaves of the plant. Biological fixation of nitrogen. Two different types of microorganisms can bring about biological nitrogen fixation. Root nodules of leguminous plants contain the rhizobium microorganisms. Rhizobium is one of the microorganisms which is present in the leguminous plants. These microorganisms absorb atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into its nitrate and as a compound. So nitrate is one of the compound. The microorganisms absorb atmospheric nitrogen. Microorganisms like Azotobacter are present in soil. They also convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Next point is symbiotic nutrition. What is symbiotic? Two or more plants of different type live together in same condition, helping each other. For example, fungi tries to live on one of the plant. Have you seen in rainy season? The bark of a coconut tree contains green part, green flesh like structure on it. That is the fungi. It's also called as fungus. So fungus takes minerals or nutritions. Those are necessary for its growth from the bark or the body of the coconut tree, and in turns it provides water or shelter to the coconut tree. So isn't it both the plants are of different type and helping each other? These like conditions are called as symbiotic nutrition. Heterotrophic plants. What are heterotrophic plants? Plants which live with the help of some other plants are called as heterotrophic plants. Now, in the first part, we have studied about autotrophic plants. In the same video, in the beginning, I have explained you about autotrophic plants. Autotrophic plants live by their own. For them, chlorophyll is necessary, which is present in the leaf. But heterotrophic plants do not contain chlorophyll in their body. That is why they cannot prepare their own food. They depend on some other plant or species. They are called as heterotrophic plants. Here we finish up with this part. Thank you.